Hello, everyone. Catchy13 here with Catchy Gaming. And I just got home from being sent out into the middle of nowhere again by my company. And hopefully, they're done with sending me out into the middle of nowhere. They were going to do it next week, but then they canceled it and they're sending me back to my home location finally. It's been a tiring couple of weeks missing out on stuff. Well, not so much as missing out on it, just not really having the ability to make videos on it without a portable setup, which I don't have. But that's okay. I wanted to talk about the Super Mario Galaxy movie direct that they put out Wednesday. And it doesn't surprise me in terms of what they did. I actually predicted it in my Mario movie should have been better series where they would bring in Bowser Jr. So nailed that. I mean, it's not a Nerdtradamus thing going on here. That was just a pretty obvious thing that they were going to do. So we're gonna table my next most likely thing for maybe the third movie if it gets that far, which is you're gonna have a Bowser Mario team up of some kind. But I'll kind of amend that right now. Maybe they'll introduce Wario. I don't know. But I am going to reiterate that I thought the first Mario movie was poorly written and lazily done, and I stand by that opinion. Fun to watch when you have nothing else to do, or if you just come across it when you're flicking through channels, but it's not something I'd watch on a regular basis. And I'm kind of getting the same feeling from this trailer that they showed. People say it's aimed at children. Well, guess what? You can still have complicated, decent storylines for children. Raise your standards. And I'm not just saying that in general. I'm just saying that to anyone who says it's made for children. Probably not a good time to record this after I just got home. I sound bitter. I'm not. I'm just tired. I'm sorry. But yes, some of the issues I had with the first movie seem to be reoccurring with a girl boss Peach. We'll see what they do with the character in this one, but just putting her in a situation where she's just single handedly beating the snot out of every single last Bowser minion coming her way, probably not the way you want to go. You did that last time, and then it was kind of dumb and boring. And then Illumination can't seem to help themselves but do the whole Illumination thing when it comes to comedy. And you see it with Bowser, and it just goes hand in hand with Jack Black and his style of acting and comedic delivery, at least in my opinion. I guess that's a decent match, but it doesn't mesh well with the characters, in my opinion. It seems more like they're just making a joke for the sake of making a joke. Not to mention Jack Black's appearance in the actual direct was just cringe as all hell. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't like Jack Black, and I actually despise the fact that he has squirmed his way into video game movie in multiple ways. Especially after the Minecraft movie. Oh my god, I absolutely hate him after that. And I fully anticipate Bowser to have a singing bit in this one as well. And to be honest, he's probably my least favorite casting. Yes, he does a good job, but I don't think he can separate his weird, odd acting style from the character. And then it just irks me to no end that they have Bowser act the way he does. Now, I will admit I had a bit of a knee jerk reaction when they announced Brie Larson as Rosalina. Not entirely sure why they called her Princess Rosalina. She's just Rosalina. She's not a princess, which tells me people who wrote this movie have never ever played Mario anything in their damn lives. Now, it could be a plot element that Bowser Jr. thinks she's a princess. I don't know. We'll have to see. But back to Brie Larson. So, yes, she said something dumb years ago, and she's seemed to actually have learned from that, unlike me, who's had his fair share of saying stupid things and then posting it on the internet. At least one of us can say that we've learned something. Although I do find it irritating that she seems to constantly find her way into Nintendo stuff with people thinking she's a Super Nintendo fan when she was just an Animal Crossing fan, and they made that cringe video of her opening up the Switch too. Ugh. But there's one little segment that kind of made me realize I was being a bit of a petty little asshole, and I'll admit in a bit of a brilliant move on whoever decided to introduce Rosalina and her voice actress in this way. Yeah, it was a brilliant move by having her show a performance first before introducing who it was, because I reflected on this and I was like, she was actually pretty good in this short little bit that they showed. So we'll have to see where that goes with Brie Larson voicing Rosalina. It might be her second role that I like her in, the first one being Envy from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Now, I did see in the comments that a lot of people got really excited over Bowser Jr. being introduced in a particular way, that being his appearance in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. In particular, that they had him go with his Super Mario Wonder appearance, although his transformation into that is more like a combination of Mario Sunshine as well, but okay. Well, there's a lot of people also making a connection to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse with the Prowler soundtrack. I mean, it's like a beat. I actually had to look it up. It's like literally just 1 or 2 seconds of the same thing, but okay. Which I didn't know was a thing. So yeah, that got spoiled for me because I haven't seen that movie yet. And when it comes to his voice actor, Benny Safdie, I haven't a clue who this guy is outside of looking him up and seeing he was in Oppenheimer, which I haven't seen that either. So he's a complete and total mystery to me. So, yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going to follow a very similar, pattern. It's going to be referenced to multiple other games, like they had Mario Odyssey in there. I already mentioned Wonder, clearly Galaxy because of the name, let alone all the other stuff. It's just going to be referenced the movie with a very piss poor, poorly thought out plot. I'm fairly confident of that. So I'm going to keep my expectations low. I mean, I'll go see it maybe twice so I can make video content out of it. But I'm not really expecting anything fantastic out of this movie in any capacity. Now, in terms of its box office, I don't know. I'm not even going to pretend to guess how well this is or isn't going to do. Now, if you would excuse me, I need to go feed Trinity, who hasn't seen me in 5 days. And, just in case she decides to kill me in my sleep, I better go. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Have a good one.